Tony Dela Cruz, who stepped up and had some good minutes early on in this first quarter.
You know, in the report of Gino, he mentioned a very important word as far as the series is concerned. It's tempo.
Yeah.
It's controlling the tempo. How exactly do you do that?
Well, you don't want to turn the ball over a lot, particularly if you're Alaska. And if you're talking Tex, you got to control the defensive boards and then try to get out and run.
Here's Baguio, who loves to run. But he's met here by Cardona. This has been one of the exciting matchups in this series. Here's Devance. Castro also in the game. And here's Tenorio, goes in for the layup.
Nice split right there by L.A. Tenorio. Very good off the hesitation dribble himself. L.A. attacking the basket.
Isa na lang ang abante ng Talking Text. 12-11 with 4 minutes to go in the first. Sean Daniels, he was so active in the first quarter of game number 4 offensively, trying to score against Diamond Simpson. He is triple team, gives the ball up, and they'll say it's Alaska basketball.
Well, you see the defense of Diamond Simpson. When the ball goes into Sean Daniels, there's no double team. There's no thought of help. Coach Tim Cohn and his great coaching staff is obviously very confident that Simpson can handle Daniels one-on-one in the post. And so far, more often than not, Simpson's been getting the edge defensively.
So pagkakataon para sa Alaska na makuha muli ang kalamangan. Down by 1, they have the ball. Here's Baguio posting up Castro, and they'll call a foul on Jason Castro.
Two tremendous athletes right there. Cyrus obviously with a bit of a height advantage, but I like that matchup. Cyrus is so quick, so shifty, great medium range game, great in transition, and Jason Castro, one of the quickest defenders in the PBA.
This free throw brought to you by D-Make Derby Ace Premium Formula. Dito ka na sa Llamado. Cyrus Baguio ties the game at 12. And let's go back to Gino Rafino.
Thanks, Miko. With a replacement import ready to step in, if he doesn't perform up to expectations, you would expect Sean Daniels to feel the pressure to keep his job. However, the veteran import told me before the game that he doesn't really feel the pressure. Coach Chalk told him the situation, and Sean said he knows what needs to be done and what Talking Text needs from him for them to win. Jimmy Alapag, who played against Sean back in junior college in the States, said that Sean is the ultimate professional and expects him to respond to the challenge positively. Guys?
Well, Daniel certainly responded like a professional in game number 4. He led Talking Text to victory.
Well, Sean Daniels, I really think he's just a winner. He might not be a great scorer, but he knows how to make his team better, and he knows how to help them win games, and that's the bottom line in basketball.
Meantime, shot clock winding down para sa Alaska, and Baguio will miss. There's Daniels with the rebound.
Really nice, good defensive rotations on that possession coming from Talking Text.
Here's Dillinger against De La Cruz. Jared Dillinger fires and misses. And there's Daniels with the rebound and the putback.
Strong finish. Sean Daniels going to the offensive glass, using the rather wide and large posterior to clear some space.
And you know, that's what I like to tell my friends when in Alaska. Richard De Rosario, when I tell him, kiss my posterior. 2:34 remaining. Back in a moment. More opening quarter action here. Game number 5 of the semifinals between the Propo Texters and the Aces. And right now, bola ng Talking Text. They're up by 1, and Alapag is back in the game. He replaced Mac Cardona. Here's Alapag, quick move over to Dillinger. Dillinger, Alapag, lots of time to shoot. And now shot clock down to 8. And carry is called for an offensive foul.
Well, second offensive foul in this quarter with that one by Harvey Carey on the drop step. You saw it coming out of that timeout. Coach Cohn tries to draw up a play. Coach Chuck calls a 2-3. Switches up the defense, as coaches so often do, and ends up, that switch leads to a turnover coming from Diamond Simpson.
Haynes is the official underwear of the PBA. And here's Simpson. Under 2 minutes remaining dito sa opening quarter. Simpson double team. And still fires away. Rebound para kay Daniels.
Nice double from Dillinger and a good challenge right there by Sean Daniels on that shot.
It is Alapag for 3. Here's Daniels once again. Excellent job keeping that ball alive. And a new shot clock for Talking Text. But Castro says, so what? He goes inside and he will go to the line.
I'd really like to know. I don't know how you gauge if you get a device to time or gauge quickness. But I don't know if there's many players quicker than Jason Castro in the PBA. I'd like to have some sort of testing. Can you invent that for me, Mr. Halili?
Let me put my lab coat on.
Yes. It would go very well with your vest.
I'll bring out my beaker.
Beaker, yes. Bunsen burner?
And my Bunsen burner. Meantime, catch the FIBA World Championships August 29, September 13, and also find out how Team USA will prepare for that tournament. All on Solar TV and BTV.
I love watching international basketball. Basketball has improved so much worldwide. There's just so many countries that really have a passion and a skill both for the game. That you see teams like New Zealand competing on an international level. Obviously, Lithuania, a country of less than 4 million, so a lot of good basketball to watch there.
Reyna Lugnatan is now part of this ball game. Here's Simpson.
Talking Tech's doing a very good job on the defensive glass.
And here's Alapag. Castro inside. You have to explain to me what a guard is doing inside, scoring inside.
Well, Jason Castro coming off screen, Jimmy Alapag finding their cuts in the basket, and he's a great finisher for a little guy, able to just fearlessly finish around a basket.
Under a minute to play in the first. Bola na kay Tenorio for 3. Yes, sir!
LA Tenorio, such a huge factor for this Alaska team. Steps up and drains a 3. Now with 7 points in this first quarter.
Still a 2-point lead para sa Talking Text. Under a minute to play in the first quarter, and Castro will miss. So here's Tenorio. Baguio wants that ball. He gets it. Baguio on the move.
Got a little shuffle in there, as I heard a wise man once say, perhaps he was caught dancing to the wrong song.
A very wise man.
Oh, that guy must be smart, creative, and all those things.
Daniels, drop pass. You have to explain to me. What Jason Castro is doing is what a power forward does, or a wingman does.
Well, you notice both of his attempts in the last couple of possessions come off a cut. He cuts well to the basket. Obviously, on that one right there, Sean Daniels just threw a perfect pass. The weak side defense of Alaska not open. And, you know, guards, this should be inspiration for you, Miko. You're not exactly the tallest guy in the world, and you play on the court where you might get some cuts to the basket now. Pick it up strong, Miko Halili.
I'm still trying to learn what the pivot is.
Okay, mag-coach ka na lang.
3-point game para sa Talking Text at paubos na ang oras dito sa opening quarter. Tenorio, Baguio, back down to 10, and De La Cruz will score.
Yeah, the third look he's gotten from the outside. Second one he's made. Now time for the last shot for Talking Text.
2 seconds to go, and Radidel de Ocampo nails a 3.
Huge bucket. Nice kickback coming from Castro.
Oh!
Wow.
Almost.
Oh, man, that was a nice answer.
Almost. But Radidel de Ocampo gets the last say at lamang ng 4 ng Talking Text at the end of the first. Here's the battle in the backcourt.
Well, last game didn't look like much of a battle.
It was a one-sided battle.
A shellacking, a trouncing, a thrashing. But you know what, Cyrus and LA, it's 2 guys against 3, and there's more really on Talking Text. So they got their hands full with a really deep backcourt lineup in this Talking Text team.
Yeah, Alaska really having issues with turnovers here in the first half. Ito kakasimula lang ng ating second quarter with Talking Text on top, 22-18. And Castro has been invading that shaded lane all game long so far. As Radidel will miss. Here's Baguio. Baguio's been aching to score in the open court for the last 2 games.
Yeah, well, has had a good clean look here in transition. And Talking Text, since that timeout, that 30 in the first quarter, has come out in the 2-3 zone, and LA is finding the answer. It's his second 3 that he's hit in that zone.
A nice shooting touch for LA tonight. He's in double figures with 10. And they'll call a blocking foul there against Reyna Lugnatan.
Well, I think he was set, but I believe his feet might have been in the no-charge zone.
So foul nga laban kay Reyna Lugnatan here. We'll get to see it again. Where's Reyna? Where are you?
He's right there. Oh, he's sliding a little bit to his right. I couldn't tell where his feet were on that.
It's like 2 feet away from the no charge zone.
Well, I guess they got it maybe that he's sliding with his shoulder a little bit there. But the foul was called on the pass, so it's going to be a side inbound.
So 1 minute having gone by. In the second period, bola na kay Castro. 9 to shoot para sa Talking Text. They're up by 1. Castro, 1-on-1 against Tenorio. Castro makes his move. He stops. Swipe by LA.
Good defense right there by
Tenorio.
You know, one of the things I didn't like on that possession for Talking Text is Jason Castro dribbled the ball about 4 or 5 times in place, and everybody stood around before he finally attacked. Quick hands, good hands right there by LA, and then a good heads-up play, throwing it off of Castro's legs.
Here's De La Cruz to Baguio. Baguio goes inside, drop pass Simpson. Shot clock down to 6. And the shot clock is winding down. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. And Simpson loses it. That's another Alaska turnover. And it's a 3-on-1 break, and Castro will score.
Just textbook. Right after the first dribble over half court, 2 quick passes and a layup. Talking Text, just excellent transition.
Now here's Simpson. He'll force it. He is forcing it.
Yeah.
And you saw it coming.
Well, if you notice, a lot of times when Simpson attacks, he really drops that left shoulder when he's going right and initiates the contact. Right there, Sean Daniels read that and drew the charge. So frequently, particularly when you're playing in a series, Miko, you really get to pick up even more than you did before the real tendencies of the guy. And you start to just anticipate a little bit quicker, half step quicker, leads to plays like that.
Which is why by the time you reach a game 5, 6, and especially a 7, it's hard to surprise your opponent anymore.
Yeah, they know what's coming, and you got to execute and counter and just play good defense and take care of the basketball.
Here's Tenorio. Baguio. Tenorio's been shooting well in this game, but he missed that time. And De La Cruz with an easy twinner.
It looked like Jared Dillinger was going to get that rebound, but the second bounce on the rim threw it off and gave the chance for Tony De La Cruz to get that putback. De La Cruz having a nice game.
De La Cruz with 6 points off the bench. Meantime, drop-up Texters go to Daniels. Daniels gets away.
Nice move. No, I really like the previous possession. They tried to go high-low. Joe DeVance knocked the ball away, but they are consciously and now attacking through Sean Daniels. 2 straight possessions here. Ball fake, and Joe jumps a little bit towards the high side, leaving that step-through finish open for Sean Daniels. I think with Simpson out, Daniels wasn't really able to effectively score against Simpson. Simpson goes out of the game. They see the Vance on. They try to attack right away.
In the middle of your screens earlier, that's the supposed replacement para kay Sean Daniels, si Omar Sharif Sneed.
Well, you know, no matter what happens here in this game, it's a nice luxury for Talking Text to have another import, be practicing, see Alaska, get the systems of both teams in case he's going to come in and play.
So he's an insurance policy.
There you go.
Meantime, Baguio, De La Cruz. And here's Ugnatan. De La Cruz, shot clock down to 6. Shot clock down to 4. And Tenorio will create and misses it. Tap out by Ugnatan. Tony De La Cruz is hurt. He's down.
Looks like he got hit in his Adam's apple there. Probably got an elbow. There's some frequent contact and arms flying down there around the basket when guys are going for rebounds.
And Tony's still down. Let's see what happens. There's a miss by LA. There's Tony. There you go. Boom.
That's the old box out to the Adam's apple. He just caught a nice clean elbow. I don't think he'll be singing videoke tonight, probably. Hopefully nothing serious.
Right now, Gus Vargas has been a very busy man in this game. In the first quarter, Sonny Toss got hurt. And now, here in the second period, Tony De La Cruz is down. E siya nga pumalit kay Sonny Toss in this game. Ayan, Tony can't seem to close his mouth.
Yeah, well.
There's Sonny. He got hurt back in the first period, early in the first quarter. Yung kapalit niya, nasaktan din. I really hope it's not serious.
Yeah, I really hope he's okay. Thought he just got an elbow and would be all right there, but he's down a little bit.